Right, we're still in the middle of like the first day, huh? Pop, 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 pop. Alright, I gotta set it to the right. So it's the DS capture. There you go. Alright, the night of the crime, snow's falling around 9:40 p.m. and making it extremely cold out. Most circus performers were gathered. Session broke at 10. Murder took place 10:15. Wooden box. Snap neck. Sorry, the lawyer, not the medium. Alright, so what do we have? That was new. Autopsy, I assume? Alright. We got the box. 10:15, blunt force trauma to the back of the head. Was hunched over a 20-pound box, boasts a small but strong lock. Ring from T to R. The monkey. The circus map. Broken bottle. Max poster. Salary negotiations. Crime photo. Extremely cold out. That's all we have right now. Alden went to the practice. Practice broke at 10. Murder took place in front of the lodgings at 10:15. The victim was bent over a box. Cause of death was blunt force trauma. Okay, so let's just start from the beginning then.
Hold it!
When you say all the circus performers, who do you mean? I remember the dancers and staff there. Regina, Animal Tamer, Mo the Clown, Ventriloquist, and Defendant. Region the Tiger was also there. Investigating I happened to snap my wristwatch. Session broke right 10.
Hold it!
That's the practice over. Where did everyone head to? Regina went playing with Region, while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Ben the Ventriloquist went to the front gate absorbed in his own world. Ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Awful sus. You know what they are talking about? Negotiating Max's salary. I was asking for marriage. Murder took place in the plaza. I'd like to know a bit more about the events. Okay, no problem, pal. We got a witness that tells. Oh! Alright, just move on to the next witness. Victim was found bent over a wooden box, as dead as a door. Wooden box? That's right. Victim must have been carrying the wooden box or he killed. Carrying the box, huh? It's a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? Oh right, I had these three things. And then I asked about the wooden box, and it was just like, yeah, it was a wooden box. What's inside? You know what's inside? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox, so we took it back to the city and cracked it open. All that was inside was a little bottle. Bottle? What is that, detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in a big box? It's only one little box in a little thing in a huge box? Some sort of special meaning? There you go, okay. Small seasoning. That's all we got. Well, I think we had a good feel for the details of the events now. Guess that's where we're gonna get out of Gumshoe. We got that bottle of pepper. Now that we've wrapped up the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and not able to take a hint. I don't know, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Thank you so much, Detective Cumbershoot. You may step down. Miss Von Karma, you may call your next witness. I like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman. Get it? Woodman? Haha. Oops. Yeah, Ventriloquist the Woodman. You know, wooden puppet. Must be talking about Ben. What if Trill will show up at the stand as well? Well, I mean, he has to. It's the only way that Ben talks. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Triloquist. I am employed as an operatic tenor. Excuse me, the witness called to the stand was one. Benjamin, a woodman, ventriloquist. That robe you're cutting off your circulation, I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song. Me. The world of law, exciting and daring, guilt or innocence, decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. What do you think? They had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trillo, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up! Just look at your nose. You think you have the sense to fix it? It's so ugly, I want to punch you in the face. On the off chance swelling will help. You know what your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. Celebrities must have... I really enjoy saying everything that flashed into their minds. What's going on here? Order! Order! I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trillo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about getting a testimony in court. Ah! You don't get anywhere trying to figure this witness out. Let's proceed. Once practice was over, I left the attendant, the stooge, clown. Once we get to the lodging, I ditched him and went back to the Plaza's entrance. That's where I saw Max, heading toward, I don't know if he should have, yeah, I'm a big shot, look at me, or if he should have, oh, look at me, I'm a big shot, puppet, oh. That's when I saw Max, heading towards the crime scene. He's the only one headed there. How could that punk not be the killer? I mean, I guess he would have, like, a Pee Wee Herman, like, then the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. You saw Maximum Galactica. This is once again a thing where the face is obscured and it could have been anyone. You sure of that? Not a doubt. He had his silk hat, cloak, and dumb white rose on the chest. How could you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, Dress Boy. Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime? It's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why is that? He's absolute proof. A silk hat? This was found at the scene of the crime. It belonged to the defendant. Ah. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for that hat to be on the scene. Oh, well done, Miss Whitehawk. Your prosecution skills are unrivaled. Well done. Oh, there's only one in the world. But it's a hat. Like, anyone could grab a hat. Okay, I guess she's the boss again. It's just a hat. Hold it! The clown, you talking about Mo? Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic, I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise, and his makeup's running all over the place. I guess he would have a higher pitched voice because he's a tenor. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keel it over for good. Poor guy. We didn't have a choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. Oh, then what happened? Ditched him. Why the plaza entrance? To do some thinking, of course. It's awful cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. When thinking in your nice, warm lodging house had been a better idea. Objection! Mr. Phoenix, right? I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. I'm a good thunker. At least my teachers always said it. See, the discrepancy here is that, He said he took Mo back to his room, but Max stuck behind because he was going to have a meeting with Barry Boy about his marriage thing. So how come he was coming from the lodging house? Anyways, you really sure it was Max Galactica?
Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone with a snobby three-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ears, lawyers nowadays. You're not talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup, jeez. Can you add more dents? All together now.
Silk hat, cloak, white roses.
Thank you.
Nick, I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions.
Hold it!
You saw Max and only Max, right, Trillo?
That's right, and that makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night.
That makes quite a bit of sense. Makes Max one suspicious character. So what of the story? Is there something amiss? I only saw Max. A little bit strange.
What's strange?
You only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well?
What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright?
Who else would the witness, who else do you suppose the witness could have seen? It should have also been, Russell, because they were going to meet with, together.
Take that!
That's the victim. That's correct. If Trillo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should also have seen the ringmaster as well. Ah! Obviously, the ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone else could figure that out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went to the ringmaster's room together. Is that according to the defendant a likely story? The Maximilian Galactic was supposedly in the ringmaster's room. Why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? I see. It makes sense. It seems that at the stage, I have no doubt to doubt witness testimony. And there is clearly no conclusive contradiction. Brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Let's move on. Everyone happened to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of a bitter love trial with Regina, which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah. I think so. I don't know anymore. Alright.
Hold it!
Saw Max and only Max. You're gonna ask and my answer won't change. The only person I saw was Max Galactica.
Maximilian Galactica.
Really needs to improve his manners. You heard what he said. Let's continue. Then the police showed him and took the magic boy away. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene?
I suppose it was around... What time was it?
I think it was around 10:30, I think. Practice ended at 10, so he hung around lodging the entire time.
I guess that sounds about right.
Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you'd stand outside in that weather. The truth is...
Will you shut up, you big note dope? Why are you telling me anything extra? Why can't you just believe that we'd stand outside in the weather?
Oh, maybe you were waiting for someone.
What? Who said we were waiting for someone?
That's fake, right? We could do without your offhanded theories.
Objection!
But the witness, he's cracking the pressure already. I'm onto something. Oh, Mr. Wright. Who do you think the witness was waiting for out in that cold night? I mean, he was probably waiting for, Regina.
Take that!
Well, if he was waiting outside, it was one person. And one person only. He was waiting for Animal Tamer Regina. Wow! He exploded! You're waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true? Well, you can't really ask me that question.
Who cares I was waiting for her that night? What's important is what I saw, don't forget it.
Well, the puppet may still be stiff, but he's right. Alright. It's obviously a reason why the witness was there that night. Spent all the time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Ah! That makes perfect sense. Why do you say that? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there's a high likelihood he could have missed the other person. How? There's absolutely no proof the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. Guess you got me. Alright. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true, I was waiting for Regina. Pain! Don't volunteer things. Well, this is what happens when you work with real people. They don't listen to your briefings, Von Karma. Mr. Quist, tell us the truth, and I mean the whole truth this time. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance of the lodging house?
I was waiting to propose to her.
You're what? Waiting to propose?
What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage?
But the matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case.
You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. More pain.
More pain. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now we have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. Yeah. That's what happens in the real world.
Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it, so I've still got it in my pocket.
Yeah, okay. You were gonna propose to your puppet.
Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love.
I guess you're right.
Exactly.
I know it looks a little less honorable right now. Okay, Mr. Wright, you may please cross-examine. Also, that sigh at the end. But the propose. By propose, you mean marriage, correct, to Regina?
Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't gonna propose that we become some sort of outlaw bike gang together. Right, Ben?
Yeah.
Get it? That's the truth.
What was exactly they were planning to give her?
You know exactly what I was gonna give her. No, the only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty.
Answer his question, what was it? Even though Carmen's like, I didn't even brief about this. I don't give a shit about any of this.
You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring.
Engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone up for a long time. Let's go ahead. Maybe something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. First, ow. I advise you to cut this argument short. I'm gonna have to agree with the defense here. Will the witness please revise their testimony, specifically about the engagement ring? I'd like to stick to facts, not sociology.
You sure do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. I plan on giving an engagement ring to Regina.
There you go, specifically. Whose pocket ring was it? Whose pocket was it in?
Mine, of course. What a stupid question. You gotta be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off?
I'm sorry. Really?
You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing.
So you went to the lodging house to give it to her.
That's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times that I lost count, but the uppity snob kept getting in the way.
Uppity snob? How could he possibly be talking about me? He couldn't possibly be talking about me, Maximum Galactica. I'm gonna get a hold of him. I'm gonna saw his woodblock in half, and not with magic. Well, they always say that love creates rivalries. So what about the present? So you're still trying to thinking of giving it to Regina?
Of course I am. I spent 3 months' salary on that thing. I'm not gonna give up that easily.
I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus. Probably way more than he deserves. How about it, Nick? I think it's about time to unwrap this toy's testimony.
That's the spirit. Give him heck.
The judge looks dazed and confused. Maybe he should get more. Get out more. So, engagement ring. An engagement ring?
Uh-huh. It's actually a diamond cut shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's gonna love it.
Just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's gotta be something I can catch on him.
Hold it!
Oh, wait, yeah. So I have to be like, but the ring is right here, so you lied. Which is probably gonna be like, number one, he ran to go look for it, and then Max probably took the puppet and hid it after that. Still got in my pocket. Do you mean this ring?
Objection!
Trillo, do you mind if I show you something?
What is it? What are you talking about?
Uh-oh, it looks like they're gonna double team me now. Do you recognize this ring?
Ah, that's mine. Give it back, thief, thief.
Didn't you just testify that this very object, I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't given to her, so it was in my pocket? Why then do I have it right here?
Ah!
What's going on here?
That's Ben. Say something.
Don't put it on me on the spot, Trillo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean a room they put money, like in a vault?
Ha! That filthy monkey's gonna get what's coming to him.
Mr. Quist, I would prefer if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court. Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey in every sense of the word. Oh, I see. Well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest things he can find and gather them up. Shardy things. Trillo, when was the ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that time, the night of the crime. What did you just say? And then she's like, fuck! That means there's a window where he couldn't have been there. Details? I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right after... Well, I mean... Yeah, I mean... We gotta extend the day because we gotta find Acro. Because he's gonna be a suspect of being the one in the cloak. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might say, be able to say that. The ring might have, well, could have been taken around that time. Oh, monkey noise. Yo. Trauma.
Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with me, especially now who committed the murder.
It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Now, Trillo, back to the topic at hand.
I haven't admitted anything. Not I, Mr. Twiddlequist.
What did you do when the ring was taken, Trillo?
You know exactly what I did. I chased after the rat ring-snatching monkey Money.
But you weren't able to catch him, were you?
It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away.
So, dude, incredibly shameful. Well, this does indeed prove one very important part. Prove an important point. What could that possibly be? Ben doesn't exercise enough. There's a flaw. It's a huge contradiction in the witness ceremony. Contradiction? The witness testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move to the end of the plaza. However, the witness stated he chased after the monkey, Money the monkey. When the witness was chasing it, there was no one watching the plaza. What's the meaning of all this, Phoenix Wright? Where are you getting this little theory? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there's no possible way the witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene of the crime. Interesting, mister. Well, then tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past the vigilant ventriloquist? Well, he obviously didn't see the ringmaster arrive at the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defendant's argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant.
What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw the witness liar.
Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw last night.
Ha! I've told you so many times. You'd think you'd know him. My story's not changing.
Already changed your story, stick boy, and I'm sure it'll change more. Where there's one lie, there's usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why we gotta keep up after him. Yeah. Witnessing Mux. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. But that didn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up and I had been waiting for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. So I was sure it was him. I saw Maximum Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could have mistaken someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. So it means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max. That's right, Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. Then Money snatched the ring and you were chasing after him. How long? Was it until you came back to where you were waiting? Well, let's see. It was, I'd say about, I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived at the scene in a 5-minute stretch. Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination. Beep, 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 beep. So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I got 4, you know. 4. F-O-R-U-R, counting up Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something could have slipped by me? 4 eyes is an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose. Yikes, even the judge. Judge is even more dangerous to our case of Trello. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night. Of course, that's where I saw him come from. I was staring at the entrance of the tent the entire time. Guess that makes sense, especially when he was waiting for Regina. Showed up after I'd been waiting for 5 minutes. But what time would you say these events took place? You're the one dumbest people on the planet if you can figure that out. You already know the practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. You already know that I went to lodging right after practice. You didn't need to be a brain surgeon to know about that. Was the time that I saw him. Just had 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. What time was that? Dude, what time was that? What time was it indeed? Let me think. Youch, I'm no good at time. It was 10:10. Oh, yes, that sounds about right. Sounds about right because that's the time I saw Max on the scene. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning, and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I say good night to someone at night. What, Ben, you got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trilla. You say good evening at night. Sorry, Trilla. Mr. Chris, I would prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom. Impossible. A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. Something wrong with Ben's half of the comedy act. I hate to say, but Ben's part of the act comes off a little bit stale. I'm sure that ow. You're not trying to pass off as a professional performer, are you? Don't get so wrapped up in yourself, Mr. Phoenix, right? You should know better. Ow! Ow, 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 that hurts! That should have set up straight. You may proceed with your testimony, witness. Hold it! You're 100% sure of what you just said. I told you already, jeez, I am 100% sure. There's no way you could be more confident than that, right? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those ridiculous symbols. Those 3 ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, exactly how many times are you gonna ask that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer it with a chorus. Everyone together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you very much. Oh, you didn't have to join in, did you? But it's fun if everyone else is shouting. That's be a hole in the testimony. I guess we do actually say your greedy sucks. I didn't think we would, but alright. Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? Strikes me as somewhat strange.
Why would it strike you as strange?
Exactly. How is it strange to be cordial to one of your coworkers? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Ow, that hurts. Maybe you should think of having some proof before your lips start flapping next. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. There's no reason that Trillo would ever say something to Max. How do I go about proving this with evidence? Bluffing is everything in the world. I'm sure you already learned. Yeah, the bottle. We'll just resume its testimony. What do we got then? The broken bottle. Monkey ring. Save here. Boop. Well, I guess we'll go with the... This is the only one that has choices, so...
Hold it!
Cheap ring with an eerie sparkle. Right, he said it was cut glass to look like a diamond. Well, you might as well have gone with a cheaper gem. Like, gee, Mage order found at the scene of the crime. Let's see. I was waiting for Regina. Saw Max. Showed up after I had been waiting for about 5 minutes. What do we got for like... Died at 10:15. Pepper box. Made to order found at the crime scene. Aerial musician. Trillo. Like the only thing I could think of right now is the good evening, and then you present the bottle. It's like he had previously assaulted you earlier that day. Why would you greet him at all? That's kind of sus. That's the only thing I could think of. So, I mean, we could try that.
Objection!
Hello, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? Yeah, like, Von Karma has none of this information because she just grabbed whatever was at the scene. And the one witness. A fight over Regina to be exact.
It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most.
A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clonked over the head.
Ah!
That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max and he... What? Is that an admission of assault and battery? Ouch! Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. Truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and a witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness at the stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just go up and say, "Good evening" to a rival.
Quiet.
Objection!
You're saying this witness is lying? That he is trying to frame the defendant by claiming that he was seen of the crime?
I didn't tell a single lie, honestly. I just...
That's enough out of you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Let's clarify this court. Could you explain why your theory about who the witness actually saw that night? He saw a different person. I believe that the witness did see someone that night. It was just someone else. The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? He had truly met Max before that. There had been no agreeing at all, which means there's only one proper answer. The person that witness saw that night was not Maximum Galactica. That's why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that evening. Or good evening, as he said it. What in the world? The defense can't explain who it was that Trillo saw this evening. I mean, I don't think I have the ability to do that. I don't have everyone here. Oh, if it was good evening, then he would have saw the ringmaster then. Because they were on friendly terms. So it's most likely that he saw Russell and not Max, because Max was back in the room, right? Considering the ill temper of the witness, there's only one person he would greet. It must be Regina, right? It's Regina. She's so cute. No, Your Honor, it's not Regina. If it was Regina, Trillo would have given her the engagement ring. Oh, yeah, I'm stupid. I'm sorry. I got a point. You got a point. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was not. Even if, like, this is gonna be a case of prosecutor is hostile to Phoenix, and over the course of like the 4 or 5 cases, they eventually like figure out like, hey, Phoenix is actually pretty good, and I'm stupid. I'm fucking stupid. Defendants and all these trials are stupid. We have to work together because they're always lying and shit. Alright. It was Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster Russell Berry. That's why you greeted him Trillo. Isn't that correct? Answer the question, Mr. Quest.
Wow.
How do you respond to this?
Wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man, but once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximum Galactic.
How can you fuck that up? Hello? I think a high time we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quest obviously witnessed a single person in the area of that plaza last night evening. Problem is identifying who that person was. Was it Maximum Galactica? Or was it Ringmaster? Prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols?
Alright, this is getting old. Come on, remember now. Here we go, everyone, all together now. Ow!
Yes, we know. Silk hat, cloak, and white roses.
Objection!
Silk hat and cloak. Anyone could wear them. They didn't even look good on me. What was that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we know it was actually Maximum Galactica? Could have been someone else dressed as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What? Miss Von Karma, do you have any clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? Well, that's the case, and it's impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. Yes, I think we found one point. This is very unfortunate. You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, right? What do you mean? You merely established one thing for the witness. You established that the witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but... What? Who the person was can only be answered by the next witness. Oh, it's Mao, right? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide beyond a shadow of a doubt an answer to that question, and the evidence that clearly established one thing. That there is no one other than Maximum Galactica responsible for the crime. It's just gonna be like, oh, he was flying, and it's like, I mean, if anyone can use the suspension system. Very well, the court will take a 10-minute recess. During the time, I request the prosecution prepare the next witness. Court is now in recess. To be continued. Is that good? Is that pass out time? Okay. Good stream, everybody.